morning, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And it is Friday, July the 29th, 2022. And this is a channeling I'm doing as a request from one of my subscribers, Lynn, who asked me to channel Gaia about grounding today. And so that's who we're going to connect with now. It's important you understand the mother, the concept of the mother, Gaia. It says in many scriptures to honor thy mother and thy father. And while that is a good thing to do with our biological parents, greater than them are the planet that gives rise to all life that we see around us, and also to the sun, which gives us the light that allows this planet to synthesize life because of its interaction with her. So I personally view Gaia as our mother, our earth mother, the one that gives rise to our biology being able to exist, gives us the opportunity, the environment for our biology to exist in this frequency and in this state. The concept of grounding, going to the mother, connecting with the mother, is one of a principle of an exchange of energy. She says, many of you that have gotten disconnected from who I am find yourself stressed and struggling because your bodies are not designed to remain disconnected from the source of itself. You must understand, over my evolution, there have been many forms that have come and go for various reasons, neither being right or wrong, simply being a progression of consciousness that I get to participate in as what you would call a planetary system or a planetary consciousness. She says grounding, the necessity for grounding is to bring your physical organism into an alignment with the frequencies that this planetary system functions on, the range of frequencies this planetary system functions on. She says it's very important. You get in touch with me. You feel me. You connect to me. The process of grounding is a very simple one. You can take your feet and place them upon my surface. You can embrace the life forms that are coming from within me, such as the trees and the mountains and the waters. All of these things are directly part of who I am, and your ability to reconnect your body to that is essential. She says your body is an electrical system that must plug in, if you like, much the same way as you have your rechargeable batteries. You need to take your biology and reconnect it to the source that gives it the life that you understand it has. Placing yourself directly in contact with her. What she's told us is bare feet is really important. To go out and stand on grass, real grass, not astroturf, real grass, connecting to trees, immersing yourself in lakes or oceans. All of these will reconnect your body, resync it to the electrical frequencies of the earth. She said, while your body is still predominantly instinctual, your consciousness existing within it places you in the position of being able to differentiate yourself from the body. But regardless of that differentiation in your awareness, the body still needs to connect to the source, to recharge from the source from whence it came. Yes. Going out into the world, going out into nature, into the natural world. And she says there's so many of us now that don't even go into the natural world. But even the act of placing your hands upon a tree for a period of time will begin to rebalance your body to the natural frequencies that it was intended to function upon. Many of you are very ungrounded, distracted. But you must ground, you must reconnect your body back to that which nurtures it, which gave it life. She says there's a cycle coming to a close. There's a cycle coming to a close. Those who are in the greatest harmony with the world around them will experience a continual harmony. Those who are in conflict with the consciousness around them will experience great conflict. While there are those that struggle with many different conditions of the mind and of the emotions, you could be quite delighted and surprised at how easily these things can be brought to peace simply by sitting within a forest. Sitting within a forest. Really sitting within a forest. Rising up to the mountains and seeing just how energetic the exchange can be between yourself as that body and myself as that which made it. There are changes that are of necessity unfolding in my evolution, and as a result in yours also. The accelerations in your consciousness, in your knowledge, in your understanding are in alignment with the evolution of my consciousness. You must understand that the physical world is temporary, not permanent, but the measure of time changes from one form to another. The way time is experienced and felt by the smallest of things is different than the way time and space is experienced by the biggest of things. This is important to understand. If you recognize this, then you will enjoy the time that you have. It will be more than sufficient for some of you. But this act of honoring the mother, honoring who I am, recalibrating your body back to that energy which nurtures it most. Go and lie upon the grass. Place your hands within the soil. Breathe the breath of the forests. Feel the waters. But do not simply walk through. Do not simply touch. Do not simply feel. Allow yourself to lose yourself in the vibration of that. Let your body be renewed. I am often referred to as what you call the divine mother of Earth. There are other divine mothers that are human embodiments of a consciousness that some of you are beginning to embrace now. But it is important you understand that your body must be whole. It must be rejoined. So she's showing me an image of you've got an air conditioner that's unplugged. It doesn't work very well. It's never going to work. Our bodies, she said, we have to plug our bodies back into her energy. We keep, one of the ways you can do that, you can have lots of plants and trees around you that let you really experience her energy. But as a minimum, she's always told me, as a minimum, you should go out for 15 minutes every single day and directly connect to the earth. And there are workarounds if you're in a really cold climate and the ground is frozen, you can't put your bare feet on it. Well, you can actually. If you study Wim Hof's method, you could certainly learn a way to be in contact with Gaia any time of the season. But you can also place your hands upon the sides of a tree, because it's about electrically connecting the body. It's about reconnecting the physical body electrically back to the substance that originated, that provided all the stuff and the ingredients that made the body what it is today. This body will cease to function one day and will return to the dust, as will every other body on this physical dimension. It will all return to dust, back to the earth from whence it came. You can actually prolong your life as much as 20% by regular grounding. because it's the electrical exchange between her and her children that allows these things to unfold. The exchange of electrical energy between herself and the children. Yes. She's showing this, like this energy. She's actually reaching out to the sun energetic. There's an actual energetic communion happening right now between the earth and the sun that we actually participate in. This can be altered and changed by our interaction with the earth. Yes, I'm not going to say that. So this element of grounding is so important. It's necessary to get yourself connected to Gaia. It's really, really important to do that. Now, for my subscribers and my Patreons, just so you know, we will be away between Saturday and the 15th of August, 14th of August. And between then, I'm going to be consolidating the Supernatural Saturday into today, which is a small meditation. I encourage you to go out into nature, go to a park, somewhere where there's actual earth and trees that you can lean your back up against, put your feet directly in contact with her energy, and focus your attention on the connection, not on the physical sensation, but on the energy that you feel moving between your physical body and what you're connecting to, the earth. Like if you got bare feet on the ground, make sure your knees are slightly bent and just feel the sensation of energy between the feet and the ground. There's an actual transmutation of energy of moving from one state into your body state. And allow your awareness just to feel the sensation between where you contact the earth or the tree. If you're putting your hands upon a tree or your back upon a tree, feel the energy, the sensation between what you're touching and what you're touching it with. Just become very aware of that sensation and just allow yourself to remain present in the awareness of that sensation, because there's a transference of electrical energy, either from you to her or from her to you, depending on how high your vibration is. Because some people often can give energy to Gaia too, and she loves that. She loves receiving energy from us as much as she loves giving energy to us for those that are willing to receive. But yeah, a minimum of 15 minutes a day. Find a place where you can go and just connect to her energy. There are many that are fortunate enough that she says there's many that she loves that are fortunate enough to live outside of the cities and really connect to her and to live in her light. She will produce what you need quite freely there. Yes. There's a lot of transformations that are happening that are results of the actions of humanity that are going to have a different effect upon this humanity than any other time that's happened previously. We really need to get our act together in relationship to her. Just go here. Yes. Questions. Let's see if I can find out where this is. So I hope you guys are doing awesome today. Let's see what we got here. There we are. Hello. Hello, Moran. Hello. Questions. Question from Amy. What does Gaia recommend for grounding those of us who live in very snowy, cold places? I think that was just addressed. You can actually, one of the things that you can do is go to trees and connect to trees with your hands directly, because they maintain that connection throughout their lifetime. They maintain a direct connection to the mother. So you can use trees if you're in snowy areas, if you're in Antarctica or places like that, if that's the chance. Then you want to take whatever you can and drive it into the ground about 6 feet into the ground. You can do that with copper piping, or you can do that with steel, something that's going to conduct the energy from Gaia up, and then bring your hands in contact with that. But it needs to be like hand to hand. There's got to be some form of something connecting directly to her that conducts the flow of energy. Copper is really, really good for that. But again, going up to a tree and placing hands on a tree is equally valuable. But yeah, if you want, you can literally build something down, and they've done this. There are actually places they can ground in Antarctica. They've got their labs that are built into the structure of the ground in certain places, so they can ground there. You can ground anywhere as long as you can get direct contact with her. Permafrost and things like that. Again, if you can train your body to love and master its experience with the cold, and there's a massive movement underway with Wim Hof's method, where he's teaching people how to live and love and exist in many conditions without the body being harmed or threatened by that environmental condition. So you can actually walk on the snow and enjoy that and benefit from the grounding through Gaia directly with the snow too. So keep that in mind as well. And you can check Wim Hof out. He's doing online courses. He's doing live courses. I think he did a workshop recently with 50,000 people learning his method. So there's a lot of people learning body mastery. It's really, really important. So yeah, you can connect to Gaia even in the coldest of temperatures if you understand the principle of exchange. Great question, Amy. Thank you so much. Question from Manoj. Can we ground ourselves virtually through our imagination without putting feet on the earth? Also, can we ground ourselves virtually to the sun? Also, it will be a good yes. That's a real fascinating thing too, Manoj. Is yes, you can absolutely ground energetically to Gaia. But what's important if you choose to connect energetically to her, it's important you allow your awareness to be the conduit between the energy from Gaia and your body. So let's say you're living in a high rise and you're up high and there's all that concrete around you. Because your awareness is not bound by time and space, you can literally, with your awareness, connect to the space between your physical body and the earth below. And just allow your awareness to feel the energy of the earth and allow that energy to flow up into the body. Because then your awareness, which is an electrical potential, is able to conduct the energy from Gaia to your physical body at that location. People who are going to fly in planes, I suggest you do the same thing. Get into an energy, connect to the energy of Gaia, let your awareness bridge the gap. Remember, your awareness is not bound by time, space, or matter like the body is. Your awareness is a soul, an infinite spectrum of consciousness capable of sensing the space in the room around you, sensing the space of a planet, sensing the space of a solar system or galaxy. Your awareness is not bound by time and space. So that's a great question, Manoj. Yes, you can use your awareness as a bridge between the physical body and the earth itself, because you're not bound by time and space. You're not. The body is, your mind is, but your awareness is not. Great question. Love that. Yeah. She says it's better. She likes it. She's saying, I love it better when you lay on me. I love it when you hold me. I love it when you touch me. I love it when I can feel your skin upon my skin. And she says she really loves that. She prefers that. That is the method that is best for you. That is the method that is best for you. But yeah, there are workarounds. Wow, question from Lauren. Gaia, how can I connect to the fairies? Wow. Yes, thank you. There are places, again, there are very limited numbers of these beings you call fairies in the cities. There's some ravines in some of the major cities that you can still connect to them, but they're not connected. A lot of people try to see them with their physical eyes. You have to learn to change the range of perceptions of your eyes so that your eyes will see a slight different frequency. An example of that is they used to have these diagrams that you couldn't see what they were, but they were actually a three-dimensional image. And you could look at this three-dimensional image and see just a bunch of weird, funky colors. But if you looked at it without trying to see anything, you just kind of let your eyes not be really focused, but being aware, then suddenly this 3D image could leap out at you. The same thing with the fairies. I had that experience in Newfoundland when I first connected with them, where I'm looking out in the forest, and I was just like, not really looking for anything. And all of a sudden I saw them sitting there, and they were amazing. So it's learning to not try to see the normal wavelength, light wave spectrum that your eyes are normally conditioned to see. You can train your eyes to see differently. You can train your ears to hear different frequencies. You can do that, just as Wim Hof's teaching people to change the way their body functions in cold or heat. You can do the same thing with your eyes. You can change your eyes to perceive different color, wavelengths of color, right? Very fascinating. So that's a really wonderful way. Lauren, go out and do that. Yeah, I know that. She's saying, go out and do that. Don't try so hard. She's saying, don't try so hard. Just go out and just watch, but don't try to see anything. Just allow it to come to you. Sometimes you might perceive them as little flashes, little moments of shifts in light. Again, it'll be different from person to person. Some people can see them right away. But again, it's not about trying. Like if I'm looking at this leaf, I'm seeing a leaf. My eyes are seeing this leaf spectrum. What you want to do is not try to see something, but be aware that it's there, but don't try to see them. They'll just appear when you're just allowing. Because once they feel that you're open and receptive to perceiving them, you can perceive them. It's like you can tune your attention. For example, you might be listening to what we're saying right now, but you could also shift your attention and be aware of the sound of traffic going by outside that you weren't aware of a second ago, but is there. Or you can be aware of the sound of a jet craft flying overhead. Or you can be aware of the sound of your air conditioning unit running in the background where you weren't before, but you were because I directed your attention. But all of these things we are aware of. As a soul, you perceive a broad range of spectrum of consciousness, energy, time, and space. As you learn to shift your awareness in different ways, you can tune into these different frequencies, whether it's the fairies or the gnomes or dragons. It doesn't matter. Angels, archangels, guides, Pleiadians, because these different multidimensional beings can also raise and lower their frequency as an act of their will, as an act of their technologies, right? So be mindful of that. You can shift your body's way of perceiving information, right? If you can train your body to sit in freezing cold water, you can train your eyes and ears to perceive different frequencies. Great question. SJK, thank you for the super chat, is asking, who left the blue jay feather for me? Yes, the avians. The avians are trying to communicate with you. They're called the blue avians. They've been trying to communicate to you for a while. There are so many different species on this planet. But that's but one. Something about you're taking flight. Something about you're raising yourself upwards. Keep yourself in the energy of lightness. They're saying keep your energy in the energy of lightness. Yes. They're saying they will present to you again as you understand this now. You may use that instrument to remember the feeling that allowed us to connect you in such a fashion that you could understand enough to know that it was given to you, that you were able to receive it. Really, they want you to spend time like really being open to their energy. That feather, your mind says it's a blue jay feather, but it's also something that was directed to land of tribute. There's a fascinating statement in the Christian Bible that says, "Not a leaf shall fall that my Father shall not know of it." It's a very fascinating statement. In other words, there's this intelligence that is encompassing all things. Like you are an intelligence, aware of your body, you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of your emotions, you're aware of all of that. Well, there's an intelligence that's aware of this whole planet. There's an intelligence, yes, I know. There's an intelligence that's aware of the whole solar system. There's an intelligence that's aware of this galaxy. There's an intelligence that's aware of this universe and many multiverses that exist as well. Fascinating. Congratulations on that, SJK. They're really excited to work with you, by the way. The Blue Avians really want to work with you. Question from Rue Lorca. While at work, can I have a message on help with staying in my own energy and not getting mixing with others? I work around a lot of people. There's an exercise that was given to me by my guardian angel John a long time ago, and it's a really simple exercise. Take a few slow, deep breaths, and with each breath, get the body to relax, and then imagine your body is surrounded by like a white sphere or like a white egg, if you like. But get a sense of your body being surrounded by this, and when you can feel or sense that you're in your imaginings that sphere or that energy is around your body, because your body will generate the energy to produce it. Remember that. And when you can feel or sense that energy around the body, use this mantra: only love can enter this space, only love can leave this space. And really feel the vibration of those words and how they interact with that energy that you're creating around the body. And then once you get aware of that energy, once you can feel it, you can just go, that energy around, only love can enter this space. Only love can leave this space. And you get really connected to the energy of that. And then you train your body and you train your mind so they automatically do that. So when you get up and you go to the house, they automatically put this field of energy in. Mind you, every single human body is generating electromagnetic field all the time. Every human body is generating a field that matches the frequency and range of the collective information and thoughts and memories and emotions that they've stored over their lifetime and other lifetimes. That field is generated around your body. What we're talking about here is intentionally generating a field of a frequency that you call love, so that that love generates a feeling of love and it attracts an energy of love. And it will. You'll start to see people changing around you. So please do that and share your comments with your experiences in the comment section here. Let us know how that goes. I've seen this work wonders with people who are dealing with very toxic environments. Just the energy of being able to keep your awareness in the vibration of love and only making that condition of love can enter your space, love can leave your space. You'll be surprised at what starts to happen around you. All this information you can learn by coming out to our Mediumship Masterclass 102 program, which starts August the 15th. Come out, sign up for the course, and learn how to control and manage your energy in a very new and powerful and dynamic way. Learn to relieve your mind of old emotions. Learn to relieve your body of old energies that no longer serve it anymore. So you go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check that out because it'll make a huge difference in your life. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to create. We all came here to create. Remember that. Question from Betsy. I've been feeling little heart flutters a lot lately. Is that, yes, a lot of you might be finding these heart flutters. If you're getting lots of heart fluttering and stuff, you're getting like moments of fatigue, start drinking more water. There is a change in the electrical energy that's happening on this planet today. Gaia is going through a huge change in her energy. Just like, a mother goes through a huge change in her energy. When a woman gets pregnant, her energy field changes completely. When a baby comes into the world, they become a separate energy field and their energy is changing. Her energy is going through a stage of her evolution. So we're feeling that electrical potential changing. So lots of good hydration, lots of grounding, but with heart flutters for you specifically, drink water, because I've been getting a lot of that. It's diminished, and every time I drink water, it goes away. It just changes. Your body is always telling you it needs something. Always. It's telling you it either needs usually if your body's really, really hot, drink water. It's saying, I need to cool down. If it's cold, it needs fuel. Give it proper food. Simple things. If you're feeling low on energy, go out and ground with Gaia. Get into that energy. All of this stuff you can learn from the Ascended Masters, our guides, our angels, others that come through the program with us. Come out and join us August 15th. Get involved. Free your mind. Question from Drusilla. Are there fairies with my plants in my house? Yes, there are, Drusilla. There may not be many, but there's at least 2 or 3 that I can tune into right now. They're a little nervous about the animals you have around, though. They're a little nervous around the animals, even though the animals can sense them, but they can't see them like they would see a bone or their food dish. But dogs can sense them. Some of you might see your cats or animals looking around like this at things, and sometimes those can be fairies, sometimes they can be other multidimensional beings. But as a rule, we've seen a lot of fairies around here since we've had a lot of plants in here. It's very fascinating. Great question, Drusilla. Got time for 2 more questions. Question from Sanaz. I have heard in my dream a very short but clear voice of a woman trying to say something to me. It was very short but very clear. Can you help me with that to understand what that was? They're saying this is really important, that you learn to listen, not simply to hear, but it's important that you learn to listen so that you can hear. I like that. That's really cool. Yes. Learn to listen so you can hear. I love that. She's been with you in another lifetime, this being. She's saying that the time is soon. What are you referring to? She must hear with the right side. What do you mean? She's saying I don't know what this means, but she's saying you need to hear from the right side. I don't know what that means or what that context is. It could be the right side. I don't know. But she says you need to hear from the right side. Yes. Okay, so can I go? Yes, okay. So yeah, the next time you hear her voice, try to listen with the right ear. Like, try to only hear what you hear from the right ear. Just allow yourself to feel and receive the sound, and the sound will get converted into the language that your brain can interpret that information from. This is very personal information between you and her. It's very personal information between you and her. Wonderful. Thank you, Sanaa. I've got time for one more question, guys. Vertical Connections asking, yesterday evening, I felt falling in a black void for a moment. Why? Wow, isn't that fun? And that happens where you lose your association to body, mind, self, and you move into the endless, infinite spectrum, that which encompasses all things. The entire creation is contained within space. And space, not that you necessarily, it's a different frequency. But where you're in that, you'll sometimes you'll be lying in bed at night, suddenly you find yourself jolt up. That's where you step out of the ego self. You step out of your body, you step out of your mind, you step out of your entrenchment in flesh. And for a moment you glimpse the limitlessness of your consciousness. Do not fear this. You're simply beginning to experience the limitlessness of your consciousness. It's interesting because that void, by the way, is the same void that God experienced in the beginning of all creation that he manifested, right? Or she manifested, depending on which way you want to view it. But in the beginning, if you look at Genesis, it says, in the beginning, everything was waste and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. And in that void, God spoke and said, let there be light. Very fascinating concept, that void, that infinite void, which when the spoken word occurred, manifestation, creation began to unfold. And we are made in the image and likeness of that consciousness that we can create, we can manifest, and we're doing it. Look at our cities, these wonderful, incredible cities we've made to make people's lives easier, to sustain more lives, to give more people opportunities to experience the creation deliberately and intentionally. What a wonder we have manifested in so many ways as a creative intelligence, as an extension of the divine. We all are. Thank you for your questions today, guys. Again, if you want to support this channel, you can do so through my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. Also, you can simply use the super chat or the super thanks feature on any of my videos, and that would be really greatly appreciated. We donate a portion of everything that comes in to a group that we support called Our Underground Rescue, which is an organization that helps break down the sex slave trade of children, that helps rescue these children from the sex slave trade, and we're big supporters of them. And the link for them is in the description box below any of my videos, so you can support them that way too directly if you like. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody so much for coming out today. Yeah, wonderful. And I will see you guys on Monday. I'm going to be in nature for the next 2.5 weeks, away from the city. It's been a long time since we've been away from the city. And I'm going to be channeling directly whoever's there. So I have no idea. It's not pre-planned. So what's going to happen? I'll be going live on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays between now and the 14th of August. And I will channel whoever is going to be present with us there. So they're not giving me anything pre-planned. We're in for some surprises, that much I know. So I hope you'll join me next week on Shortcuts for Your Soul. The meditation for today is simply to go out in nature and just allow yourself to connect to the energy between your body and earth, the direct connection. Put your hands upon a tree, put your feet upon the ground, and just feel the energy, the transfer of energy between the earth and your body. A lot of your heart palpitations, other things can also be because your energy's not topped up. You know, your body's like a rechargeable battery, right? It needs to receive energy in the form of food, water, air, but also the energy, the exchange of energy between the one that made your body and your body. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and make it super special for yourself. Bye for now.